Hello from London. Here are the top 5 free things to do in London according to Google. In true British fashion, it is an overcast. Actually, 5 seconds ago it was overcast. Now the sky is clearing up. So it is looking promising. The sun might come out, but I'm not being too hopeful. Coming in at number 5, we have Borough Market, which is one of the oldest markets in London, and might I dare say one of the most popular, if not the most popular market here in London. If you search Borough Market on TikTok, you will be led down a rabbit hole of endless viral treats, including the viral chocolate strawberry. People say it's a scam. People absolutely love it. And you know what? I support it. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. I would say Borough Market is a tourist hotspot, so a lot of the prices are inflated. You can get similar items elsewhere in London for a fraction of the cost. But interestingly, I just researched this on Google. Borough Market is apparently over 1,000 years old, which I think is mind-blowing, and it's very easy to access. You've got the London Bridge station, which has several national rail lines as well as the Jubilee line, so you can access it through there. There's several bus networks that run, so many bus stops dotted around. It does get quite busy, so I would recommend visiting just as it's opening around 9 a.m. I treated myself to this carrot, lemon, apple and ginger drink, which came up to just under £5, and it's freshly made. You can taste all the freshness of it. That is number 5 on the list. Let's go to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we've got the Tate Modern, which is just behind me, and arguably this is one of the most interestingly designed buildings here in London. It has such a geometrical shape. It would be so interesting to know the architect's idea behind making it this shape, but it is quite unique, and amongst all these skyscrapers it definitely stands out. I've been here a couple of times. It is completely free to visit, and according to Google, it is the United Kingdom's National Museum of International, Modern and Contemporary Art. It's located in Bankside. It's one of those places that you have to walk a little bit to get here. The closest station, I believe, is Southwark, and the Jubilee line runs there, but you can also walk along the Thames River path to get here, as well as there's several bus routes, etc. I'm gonna head inside, see what contemporary art is there to enjoy. On a side note, I just got a call from my mechanic because I took my car to do its MOT today, and the bill for my MOT and all the things that need fixing in my car, I was quoted £1,534. I'm going to get rid of this car. I cannot do this anymore. And I know and this is not part of the video in any way, but I need to let it off my chest because I have no one else to speak to. I literally just got off the phone. 1,500 quid. I'm sure the car is not even worth that now, but I'll be doing a lot of driving over the upcoming months, so I prefer to be safe than in an accident. So I just left the Tate Modern, and it is one of those places that every time I visit, I'm wowed. Like every time I visit, and also it is so vast. There's so many collections, both paid and free, and because there's so many, you can literally spend an entire day there exploring and probably still not explore everything it has. There's this really cool exhibition on at the moment. I don't know how long it's on for, but it's almost like a wellness experience. From the moment I walked in, I felt healed. Within 5 seconds, I was like, oh my goodness, this feels amazing. One thing I I really like about the Tate Modern is that they oftentimes have interactive art and interactive exhibitions where you can play with the art and experience it through using the different sensories. There's several kid-friendly areas. It is very accessible. It has several toilets along different floors. There are several lifts, several escalators and stairs. One thing to be aware of, you cannot use any handheld filming equipment. So I couldn't film on my DJI. I filmed all of the shots on my iPhone. Taking up the third position in this list is none other than the Natural History Museum, and it has brought us to this beautiful part of London called South Kensington, which is very quiet. And I'm not just gonna ignore the fact that I am in a different outfit with a matcha in my hand. It is the next day. I got this matcha from a cafe called Teas. When I exited the train station, I walked in a random direction for 2 minutes and found it. This is their salted vanilla matcha, and that's really nice. It's not overly sweet, nor does it taste like grass. They've managed to blend the various elements and balance the taste beautifully. And I have made it inside. It was super easy to get in. There are two queues. There are one for ticket holders and non-ticket holders. I'm not sure if the tickets are priced or if they're simply just to reserve a time, but it's completely free to enter. You can expect to find everything regarding nature, from wildlife to insects to birds to mammals, but it has such a vast collection. I know there is a cafe as well as several restrooms, and I believe a newly added restaurant. Now, if you're wondering how to get here, the South Kensington station is probably your best option, and you've got several lines that run there. Oh my goodness, there's so many rocks here. Well, these are not rocks, these are probably crystals, but this entire room, it's literally rocks and crystals and different elements of the earth, which I find so fascinating. What I like to do is put on a headphone and play some classical music and romanticize the entire experience. So right now, I'm listening to Beethoven. Everything looks so realistic. I had to remind myself a second ago that none of this is real. As in, well, they are real, but they're all replicas. They're not the actual thing. I mean, I don't know. But I just saw a snake and I got scared. I hate snakes. I just had to remind myself, Nigel, it's not going to get you. It's not real. But everything looks so realistic. I believe this is a life-size version of a whale. I believe so. But look at how massive it is. Like, just imagine being out at sea and encountering one of those. It probably would be magical, but also quite daunting. Scary even. So cool. There have been so many additions to this museum since the last time I've been here, or probably they've been here all along and I've just never noticed. Currently in this nature part that is perfect. Perfect for those who love outdoors, perfect for kids, perfect for those who need a bit more accessibility, because it is very accessibility friendly. It's very accessible. But what I've shown you is that's just a taster of some of the things you can enjoy here. I believe you can probably spend an entire day. If you plan it out well, you probably can spend an entire day here just exploring what it has to offer. And the fact that it's completely free to visit, it adds so much value to it. And yeah, this is number 3. Let's head on to number 2. Now, coming in at number 2 is one of London's most uniquely shaped buildings. Now, this building is none other than the Walkie-Talkie Building. Well, it's commonly referred to as the Walkie-Talkie Building, but that's not the correct name for it. But what this building has is a Sky Garden, which is on the very top floor. I've not actually been. I've tried to visit this place on several occasions with very little success. It's very hard to get into. So today, I'm hoping I can get into it. If not, there is an alternative that I think is equally beautiful. But the next stop on this list is the Sky Gardens, and it comes in at number 2 on this list of the top 5 free things to do in London. Let's go. Like I suspected, I couldn't get in because there were no walk-in slots available. You have to book it online, and because of its popularity, the slots get taken up very quickly. There is an alternative that is just across the street that I think is equally as good, although it's slightly unfair for me to say that because I've not been to the Sky Gardens. So I don't know firsthand what the experiences like at the Sky Gardens, but I have been to this other spot on several occasions and had an incredible time, and it is the garden at 120. So if you leave the Sky Gardens and you walk along this road, you will find it. And I have made it inside. I'm currently on the 15th floor because this is where the garden is, and it is such a beautiful green space and a great alternative to the Sky Garden. You get a 360-degree view of London and the surrounding areas. Be mindful, this is only the 15th floor and there are many skyscrapers that surround, so the view is quite limited in some areas, but you get to see iconic monuments like the London Bridge, the Gherkin, which is not a monument but it's an iconic building. You can see the Sky Garden from here, as well as Canary Wharf, which is just in the distance. One thing I found quite interesting, when I was waiting in the queue to get in, I was asked my age, so I think there might be an age restriction. I am not entirely sure, but I don't see many kids here as well, so it might be a case of children can visit under parental supervision. Taking the top spot on the list of top 3 things to do in London is none other than the British Museum, which is located right behind me. The top spot, the British Museum. Now, interestingly, the British Museum has over 8 million objects according to Google. I've been here a couple of times and it is quite a grand place, and there are many things to marvel over. Where these things came from is another conversation, and it's not a can of worms I want to open. However, being able to appreciate the beauty of these things is quite nice. And the fact that it's completely free to do is an unbeatable price. So let's check it out. I haven't been here in a very long time. I feel like I mentioned that already. So let's have a look inside. Now, it is conveniently located in this area that is well connected. So you've got several tube stations nearby. Tottenham Court Road is nearby, as well as Holborn is nearby, and I believe Russell Square is also nearby. Many tourists love visiting, probably why it's number 1 on the list, but let's head inside and see what it has to offer. This is such a cool space, and you can expect to find items, artifacts, various bits from different regions across the world, basically from most countries across the world. There is a North America section, a South America section. I'm currently in the Japan section, and it's so unique. There's so much history here and so many unique things that are just, wow, just simply amazing. There's also a cafe, well, several cafes, outdoor, indoor, on the upper floors, but I think the most wowing factor is walking in and seeing the roof. Like, I need that in my future house. It is so beautiful and it lets in so much natural light in, and it's perfect from any angle. Any photo you take will look good. Now, here are my thoughts on this list populated by Google. All great places, first of all, and places I have visited, places I would recommend. However, not in that order. I really liked that it had a variety of things to do, included culture, market, food, modern and contemporary art, a bit of scenery. I think it's quite a perfect balance. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.